You're now tuned in.
You're now tuned in.
You are now tuned in.
You're now tuned in.
You are now tuned in
to the Juxtaposition Podcast. You know what, Zoe? I'm gonna take the ball from you for a second, and I'm gonna cross over because there's some similarities between James's story and something that he shared in terms of the school aspect with Kev. Kev relocated. He took something that was a passion of his, turned it into a career, and is thriving in a way that people need to understand sometimes, that there are certain things that you are good at, but you can take it to another level. I don't want to speak for Kev, but Kev, in terms of you going from you being a former football player to finessing to where you are now, like, what did it take for you to see the vision to put the pieces together?
It took reflection, took proper guidance, took mentorship. It took people to remind you of your ability, because you asked the question, everyone answered, and everyone can remember a point in time when they had to persevere or break through. And y'all being generous to the listeners, because it's every day for us, bro. Every day we gotta prove that we're sufficient, we're capable, we're willing. But I love where we're going, because we're just reminding us of who we are and our strengths. So when you are confident in who you are, can't nobody tell you that you're not, and that's probably like what that is. That's the key formula: is confidence, perseverance, and just having proper guidance. We got to have guidance, and we got to be able to reach back, and people got to be willing to like put that out their hand. Like, it has to be a mutual, and do it in a flavorful way. I say that now because I just got hit up on LinkedIn. And I had to text my young boy, Brandon, B-Dot, like, yo, guy? And Brandon was like, no, I don't. And shout out to Brandon if you're listening. But yeah, so my point is like, have an interesting way to do that and make it respectful. But we all have to mentor. We all need guidance. We're all living in this world, trying to figure it out, right? And your time expires. There's a point in time, and there's an age. I don't like using the word age so much in that context, but there is a time period where people stop wanting to help, and you got to put that pressure on yourself. You got to put that pressure on yourself to say that I'm not going to get left behind, or I'm going to be the one to be able to help. Time is of an essence, man. Make the best of it. And so so to answer the question in terms of like the playing college football was an experience. I was blessed to do that. I wasn't. I didn't expect that to be a thing for me. I was blessed to do that. Then I was blessed to meet friends that were ambitious and looked for internships after they were graduating from school. I was blessed to be put around a circle of men that just kind of knew what they wanted, and they knew where we came from, and they wanted bigger. I was blessed to be in that position, and then I was blessed to just kind of have a cultivation of older people who just took me and put him under the wing. So it's not me by myself. I was just blessed, bro, to have people around me to direct me, that direct the greatness that's within everybody, that's within us. So that's not a single man journey.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna need you to answer honestly. Would you consider yourself to be a health expert?
I would now. I think
talk about it. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I think I earned that credibility, or I've given that right. I can talk about it, and if it's a thing. It's power in information, right? And I understand the value of this information, and I'll keep it as health enthusiast for now until I come up with a different title. But there isn't not going to be. This is not structured. I didn't go to school to get a job. I didn't do that. I wasn't the one that said that I'm going to do this for that. I went to school because I wanted information, because I knew what to do with a certain kind of information. I knew if I had a certain kind of information, I knew what I can make of it. And that's what I went to school for. That's what I studied for. That's what I took some time away from life for, was to cultivate a new train of thought, a new way to think, a new frame of mind to approach the things that I want to approach. So
that's what I'm talking about, man. And I see